Like that.
And the structure is all as if it were a hieroglyphic palette. So if it was if we are to look at it and symbolically interpret it or translate it, you know, what our translations, whatever our translation might be, would be what we would be writing down and then giving to somebody else as an interpretation of that particular text. So I mean, if you know, I didn't even know what these things were, and people tell me that's Mars, so that's one possibility, but it looks like a V to me.
Which one is Mars?
This is Mars.
Is it? Sure.
Yeah. So I mean, and then, well, it must be then, if it's raining, then that maybe these are either clouds or something that's growing. And then I think that's the same way that you do linear B, or that you do a hieroglyphic translation. It's like, we think that's what it is, so we'll make this judgment and then we'll translate it and move on. Right? This must be something about the dead, because, well, there's on it Neb. I think Neb in this is actually some kind of translations from some sort of something Egyptian. So we have something Egyptian. So we make that assumption, and then everybody has Egyptian in their mind, so they've got some idea. Then we say, like, well, then there's this particular symbol. Everybody's thinking that it's possibly a hieroglyph, and then, we're still deciphering this, and we haven't gotten to it as yet. But here we have 3 moons, so it obviously happened in the month of April, May, June. Well, it happened in June, we understand, because that's when there are 3 particular months filled in, and then i.e., well, that means Te. Well, it could actually, what Te means is then you follow it by 3 cups on the side, so things are pouring out, and it's pouring into this, and so we understand therefore that this is the way that candy kisses are made.
Hey,
so if we
how is
underwrite
that different from that then? Is that still an improvisational mark?
Sure it is.
Triangle? Sure
it is. Well, this is before a portal, so all this was where a cat looks. And I say everything there should be something silly and stupid and incomprehensible in each particular poem, and if you're not putting it in there, then you're not using the whole spectrum. So there should be something dumb. So this fulfills our dumbness in the poem, and this is what the Egyptians thought. So here we have an unwrapped, upside down Hershey's Kiss, because in fact that's
part of it.
and that's the way one does this. And here's some speech we don't understand, because we don't.
It's like a speech.
We don't know how it sounds. So it should very well sound that way, and if it did, that's the way it would sound. And these are doves. So this is if then we understand that this is a spring thing and this is the fall, so we must have seasons here, because there are 4 and we count 4, and so then this is how we interpret and translate that. Yeah.
You can incorporate that, right?
Sure. And a lot of I think there are hands and fingers in all of these particular works also. Digits or fingers, yes.
Look at it. I know, it's really frightening.
And it was made to not be able to read it, because then you would be locked in. You would be locked into reading it as if it were a thing to read. Right. So why have a thing to read?